Welcome back, everybody. You're still hanging out with me, VJ Sam, with 2Ms, and we are still in the midst of the MYX VJ Search 2024, and we still have an ongoing challenge, which is our Pop Culture Challenge, and we are now joined by our second group. Woo! So everybody, please introduce yourselves to everybody who's watching.
Hi everyone, welcome to Me, it's Kring.
Hey.
Hi everyone, my name is Ozzie.
Hi everyone, I'm Jarren.
Hi everybody, this is Kaira.
Yay! So they are our second group for today's Pop Culture Challenge. So I will give our first topic. We have 10 minutes to talk about our first topic. And our first topic for today is the super trending anik-anik blind box toy hype right now. Oh, for everybody watching, if you don't know what that is, yun yung mga sinasabi sa mga bag, yung mga keychain, yung mga stuffed toy na grabe, minsan sobrang laki sa bag nakasabit, di ba? So like that. So how about you guys? What do you think about this? Is it a hype thing or is it something that's here to stay?
For me,
Yes.
I've only been outside for like a month now. But I saw it
Right?
as soon as I came
Right?
out. It's been like really popping right now. And actually, my parents have friends here in Philippines, and my friends their friends here in Philippines are asking my parents to buy them those
Oh.
things from London.
That level.
It's that level of hype right now.
Yeah.
And wherever I look, whatever bag I look at, especially here at ABS, there's a lot of those just dangling on the
Labubu.
bag. There's even bags of them and big ones.
Yeah.
And like the hype is crazy right now, but personally, I think it's gonna phase out.
Ooh.
I feel like it's a trend and a hype right now, but depends on the person really.
Yeah.
If it's really your vibe, then I feel like it will stick to people and become an essential. But yeah, that's my opinions on it right now.
That's true. I mean, that's why it's called hype, right? I mean, for a certain moment, hype doesn't last forever, right? I mean, in my opinion, at least also. So, just saying. Anyway, anybody else want to share?
I'll play devil's advocate.
Okay, love that. Love that.
I think that it's also just hype.
Uh-huh.
Eventually, it'll die down. I feel like it'll come in a different form 5 years from now, just like it was a few years ago. Collectible in mind, I had Bakugans.
Oh.
That type of stuff, Pokemon also.
Yes, yes.
But I just think that over time, it just changes pattern. And I do think it's a creative way of showing your personality.
Yes.
But I also think it's... Okay, I hope I don't get cancelled for this, but
Disclaimer lang.
it's kind of a waste of money for me.
Oh my God. True.
No, I mean, to each his own.
Yes,
I
yes,
came
yes.
home one time, my house was filled with collectibles from my mom na.
Yeah.
So it's I guess it boils down to your personal taste.
Yes,
at
I
the end
agree.
of the day.
I agree.
Yeah, I actually I can go first. Yeah. Well, yeah, I do agree with Ozzie, but like for me, I actually like the thrill of the blind boxes.
Oh,
Like, I don't
yeah,
know about
it's
you guys,
fun.
but when I open the blind box and then I don't know what I'm like expecting, it kind of gives me that thrill. And like same with Ozzie, that like I feel like it really is just like the hype. So what I do is that like I buy like anik-aniks that aren't necessarily like
The ones
super-
that
it's not like the labubus.
Yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
not like those. It's definitely just like characters that I like, or like animals even. Like I
Cute.
actually have one on my bag
Yeah.
right now. But yeah, I do feel like it's just like a hype that will die down. So like for me, just better keep it like
Oh.
low key.
Yes.
Yeah.
To wrap it all up, because I feel like we have the same answers in this group. But yeah, I think it's a hype, and I think it should be a hype lang. Because if it stays, it's borderline overconsumption.
Yes.
Sorry guys. I'm not afraid naman to say that. But yeah, kasi I'm all for expression, for
Yeah.
individuality, for healing our inner child.
Yes,
Diba?
tama.
We all want that. We all want to have all the nice things in the world and the thrill of that, yung sabi nga niya. Pero at the same time, we should be parang conscious din of our consumption, and hindi na rin siya sentimental because the core,
Yes.
the core, diba,
Okay.
of having anik-aniks is that you compile it over the years and you collect it over the years and may sentimental
Yeah,
value siya. You
actually.
get it from your experiences over the years. Pero when you buy it at the same time, one time lang, parang it defeats the purpose nung meaning niya. And it's not purposeful anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's such a good point to feeling ko nga the anik-anik in general, yung term, parang a lot of people don't know the background of what the anik-anik actually is. Yun nga, it has something that carries, well, supposedly, carries like sentimental value. And even just collecting in general, diba? There's some sort of sentimental value in terms of collecting. I mean, we don't know. It's still early on. We don't know if these things will have sentimental value in the future. Baka naman they'll think, oh yeah, it's sentimental for a time. Now we all went crazy for like this. Yeah, we all have it. But that's also part of it, right? Because like with hype, you know, if you think about it like supply and demand and stuff, the fact that a lot of people have it, in the future, if you try to resell, diba, it won't be as valuable as it is, diba? So, and I think that's part of collecting then, no? Diba?
Okay, can I add to
Okay,
that?
go.
Okay.
Okay.
I just find reselling really crazy now.
It is also, even, diba? Diba?
I
Diba?
went to the mall the other day. It was like, I'm not sure with the SRP, but I saw one that was like just this tiny. It's already
Yeah.
like 7,000.
7,000!
That's, I think it was one of those resellers with like stores.
Yes, yes,
with
yes,
shoes.
yes, yes,
na-
yes.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
it's not sustainable in the long
Yeah,
run.
for the wallet even.
Yeah.
Like, good, let's you know.
Can I
yes,
add?
yes, go. Very passionate kami about this topic.
About this anik-anik. But like these little anik-anik trends
Yeah.
and the hype that's going on, it reminds me of when I was in like primary school and it was fidget spinner hype.
Yeah.
When you always had a new fidget spinner in class. But I feel like for this one, the age group is definitely
Bigger,
widened.
yes,
But
right.
yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Fidget spinner.
And I mean, it connects to what Kring said, yung parang healing your inner child, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. We love that for you, right? Obviously, we want you to express yourself and like, you know, experience these things. But yun nga, also, in terms of being a consumer then, have to be more aware of the things that we buy.
Mindful.
Yeah, and there's,
Mindful.
yes, very mindful. I mean, there's nothing wrong with buying at all. Diba? If you have the means to, go ahead. Yes, but yun nga, let's be mindful. But then also, go wait.
Can I have a disclaimer?
Go.
I said that before, pero I just want to say I have also my anik-aniks.
Yeah,
And
we all have.
my favorite is yung skull panda.
Yeah, skull panda is so cute.
Diba?
Oo.
It's very, how do I say it? Sobrang ganda niya. Ang
Yeah.
arte niya and it fits my personality. So yun, bili tayo.
Yun lang pala.
Hindi, diba? Bili tayo if afford natin and if kaya natin and if we want to, paano ba? Pasayahin yung sarili natin. But at
Yes.
the same time, let's be mindful of what do we want to collect.
Yes.
Kasi at the end of the day, baka trash na lang din siya.
Oh, tama. And we would love to hear your thoughts, guys, also. So if you have comments, let us know. Tag us. If you want to fight us, that's fine. If you want to agree with us, that's fine. That is healthy conversation. Diba? Yeah, so we all have our own opinions, naman. That's important to note. So we actually have a second topic. So we have another 10 minutes for this one. And this one is Esports. Very interesting. Oh, really? Do you play esports?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I mentioned this in the video. I did mention. I'm super excited to talk about
Okay,
this.
okay.
I am obsessed with Fortnite, Valorant,
Ooh.
Overwatch. Although I don't keep up with the teams,
Yes,
I do
yes.
spend probably. I don't know my screen time, you guys,
Oh,
but
mine's
it's a lot.
bad too. Mine's really bad
play
too.
too?
No. I'm just
Okay.
always chronically online. Anyway, but yeah, so we're gonna talk about esports, which is, you know, there's been a rise in esports recently. I know if you guys, especially like big teams like
For sure.
T1, you know, Faker, very popular. But also in schools, they do have esports varsities.
UAP
Right,
just
yes,
released-
UAAP
yeah.
just recently they actually introduced esports as part of their varsity sports. And that's like, you know, in the big universities here in the Philippines. And obviously some people who do not understand esports don't consider esports or don't look at esports as a sport worthy to be in such a huge league, right? Like the UAAP. So what do you guys think? Is esports worthy to have a spot in a traditional sports league or league? Go.
Well,
Ateneo has an
Ateneo
esports
does
team.
have. So yeah, I was like pretty shocked when like an esports team like came about in our school. But like for me, I see where the people are coming from. How it's not like a sport or whatever. But I feel like a sport is something that you're like really like passionate about. And I see how like gamers nowadays are very passionate about gaming. I mean, like they invest a lot of money and like skins
And effort.
or like
Super expensive.
like
Yeah,
packs,
so
like
mahal.
extension packs. So
Experience.
experience. So it's
Go
like
on.
I really understand. So for me, it's not much of like the traditional sport, but it really is a sport if you think about it because there's a lot of effort being put into it and also a lot of energy. And of course, if you've seen like a gamer, like they are literally into it, like yelling at each other, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're really into it. So yeah, I see like the sport aspect of esports. So do you guys?
For
have
sure.
any-
Ozzie last. Ozzie last. Save all everything you want to say. Oh, save everything.
Okay.
For me, I'm totally on board with like esport
Yeah.
and it being a sport and it being in a league because I'd say times are changing. So it's also a rise of so many new opportunities for so many other people. It gives people more jobs. It gives people more things to do. And I've seen where there's competitions and people are winning a lot amount of money into it as well, and it's changing people's lives.
Yeah.
So I'm totally on board with it because I feel like people who like practice and do esports put in the same effort as people who are actually training. And yeah, what you said about as long as you're passionate, as long as you're passionate about it, yeah, why should anybody else say otherwise?
That's so true. And I feel like a lot of people who do give it flack have not watched or have not seen an esports competition. I mean, even me before, I was also kind of like, whoa, I didn't know esports could actually be in the UAAP. But I got the chance to watch an esports tournament live and I was like, oh my God, like the amount of crazy energy that goes into an esports. Yeah, and people will always say, you know, like parang they will say so many things about esports, but don't realize the kind of work that the people put into it, diba? So go ahead, Kring.
This is coming from an outsider perspective because I don't do esports. Kaya ko Animal Crossing.
Yeah!
Esports ba yun?
That's a game.
Game
That's a
ba not
game.
esports? Yeah. This is coming from an outsider perspective na has a lot of friends who do e-games, no, Mobile Legends,
Yes.
League, my best friend, mga ganun sila. And it really trains them. So I think building on what Jarren said, I think we should recognize it. Times are changing. Hello. E di kung merong bago, why not we recognize the games of the new age, 'di ba? And then at the same time, as what he said nga, it's a whole lot, it's an industry na, hindi lang siya sports eh. It's an industry na it gives jobs to people, and yun nga, ulitin ko lang din na it trains you, it gives you parang mga skills na pwede mo ring ma-apply sa in real life. I know someone, parang I just came from a conference, tapos parang, ano siya, sabi niya, nung nag-sharing na kami, sabi niya, you know what, I gained my leadership experiences and my leadership skills from playing COD daw.
No.
Wow, ha?
Yeah.
But at the same time, wow talaga.
Wow talaga.
Kasi nakuha niya yon by just playing esports, so that really opens up and parang broadens my perspective on it, na talagang na train yung mga tao, and it gives you life skills also.
For sure. Iba din ang skill set, no? Kailangan. Okay, Ozzie, deep breath. Deep breath before you share your thoughts. Okay,
from
go.
The outsider perspective,
Yeah.
we have the
Insider! Hey.
Okay, I'll speak from my experience. I think sports, also being an athlete,
Yes.
is not limited to movement and sweating. You could definitely critical thinking is very much applied in
Strategy.
esports. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think also with collaboration, because with Valorant.
Go. Yeah.
With Valorant, and you know, it's 5v5, and the goal is to basically communicate as much as possible to execute well. And I think that, I guess it's similar in a way to chess. I know there are
Yes.
people who are conflicted if chess
Chess
really
should be
is
part,
a sport.
yeah.
But you could compare it to that, because I guess it boils down to the fact that sports is in a wider range at this time and age.
That's so true. And alam nga naman, di tayo mag-evolve as people, di ba? Na parang things won't also evolve. Like, sports in general. Like, yeah, even chess. When I was in college, in Ateneo, we have a chess team. Also part of the UAAP, right? Yeah. They're part of the UAAP. And I was like, whoa, I didn't even know that we had a varsity chess team. And it's super interesting that now we have the esports teams. And, you know, like what everybody said, change is inevitable. It will always come about. So, you know, as long as the change is good and something that can help us grow as people, why shouldn't we welcome something like that? And especially with esports, my goodness, you guys need to watch at least one time. If you're opposed to it, watch it one time. It's very intense. You actually, I'm sure they sweat also. Like, they're like screaming or like they're like doing everything. It's really intense. And yeah, it's a team sport, right? And just the strategy, communication, those are skills that they actually really do use in esports tournaments. So really, yeah, go ahead.
Now, since we're talking about new age, I think it's also the thing na parang sineset or kinocondition sa atin ng panahon ngayon. Because what do we have right now? Smartphones, iPads, computers, diba? So that's what we gotta do. We play with it, diba? So, ayun yung meron tayo. So, why not accept these changes?
Yeah.
So, yun lang. I think, ayun kasi yung nabibigay sa atin. Since before, diba, they don't have smartphones, so they do marathon. They do those things. So now, in the new age, we have a lot of these things that we could do on our expense.
Yeah, for sure. Which means we have new opportunities and new things, new experiences also to experience in the real world. And it's really cool na even in sports, that's something that can be applied to. So let us know also what you guys think about esports. Is that something you're into? Is it something that should be considered a sport? We would love to hear your thoughts too. Once again, you can argue with us, that's fine. We would love to hear, you know, healthy conversation makes room for growth, diba? That's very, very important. But thank you so much, you guys, for engaging in this discussion with me. A very good range, diba? From anik-anik to esports. Come on, it's giving versatility. So thank you so much, Kring, Ozzie, Jarren, and Kaira, for all of your thoughts here today. But don't worry, you guys, we still have one more group who will be discussing with me, so keep tuning in.